Now we're going to write some equations in standard form given a point and a slope. Now because we're given a point and a slope, it's going to be easier to start off by writing these in point-slope form and then converting to standard form. So I'm going to start off by writing these equations in point-slope form. So we get y minus our y value equals our slope times x minus our x value. I'm going to simplify this side and I get y plus 4, and that's equal to negative 1/3 x minus 6/1 times negative 1/3. I need my x on the other side of the equation, so I'm going to add 1/3 x to both sides. What's left? I have a negative 6/1 times a negative 1/3, so I end up with a positive 6/3 or 2. I need this 4 to go to the other side because it does not have an x or a y attached to it, so I will subtract 4 from both sides. Finally, I have a fraction in front of my x, which is not allowed in standard form, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 3. 3 times 1/3 gives us a single x. Distribute that 3 to the y, and I get 3y equals negative 6. And this is perfectly acceptable standard form linear equation. In part 2, we have a slope that's horizontal. They don't outright give us the slope. The point is at -2, -6. So it might be easier to kind of sketch a rough graph of this. So we're at -2, -6. And it's a horizontal line, so I'm just going to do a dotted line to represent it. So what is our point? -2, -6. What is our y-intercept? We're down 6 and our x value is 0. So I'm going to label these. Now I can calculate the slope. We have our y values over our x values. And we end up with 0/2, or 0 for our slope. So we know our horizontal slope is 0. We can still put this in point-slope form. We're going to have y minus our y value is equal to our slope times x minus our x value. Y minus the -6 is y plus 6 equals 0 times anything is 0. For this to be in standard form, we need all of our x's and y's on one side, all of our constants on the other. Don't worry that we do not have an x. That is allowed in standard form. So I just need to subtract 6 from both sides and I get y equals -6. That is a perfectly acceptable standard form equation.